Acton In Focus. I'm Vivian Kopsinje-Birchall, your host, and my special guest is Maria Palacio. Have I pronounced it right?
Yes, Maria Palacio. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The director at the Acton Memorial Library. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Vivian.
I am so excited to have you on. You have been with us for about 9 months now?
9 months now, yes.
And but many of the people in our community don't know you yet.
They don't.
So who is Maria? And how long have you been?
How much time do we have? No, I'm
forever.
kidding. I'm kidding. So I got my start in libraries in 2003. Let's see, but going a little further back, I was born and raised in New Jersey. And then after college, my husband and I moved to Florida. We were there for like 21 years. And at the end of 2020, we moved up here. But during that time, I've been working in libraries in all different roles, each role with greater responsibility, and until I am here as director of the 2 libraries here in Acton.
And why libraries?
You know, it was just this natural kind of thing. I needed, I just thought, well, you know what people think, right? That we read in libraries all day. So I thought, oh, I love to read. Maybe I should get a job in a library. And I did major in English and minor in journalism in college. And I thought, well, literature, right? This is like the best place to be. But what they don't tell you is that, no, you don't get to read all day. You actually have to work and help people. But it's really that equalizing place that has something for everyone. And so that really spoke to me about libraries. And so that's why I'm still here and loving it.
And what is the most wonderful thing about libraries that, for you at least, that you have come to appreciate over the years?
Is access. It's making sure that everyone has access to good information. Mm-hmm. That's what it is for me. When we get someone coming in looking for a book that will make their spouse laugh because they're sick in the hospital, and you help them find that perfect book, those are the kinds of examples. Or when you help someone who's homebound and can't get out of their house, and you maybe have a program that delivers to homebound people. That's wonderful. That is access. So that's one of the major things for me.
I'm so glad you mentioned the word access, because one of the things that I recognized about libraries and access to material is that we have a growing population here of people who are not necessarily English speakers, mm-hmm. and but who would want to read. So what are some of the programmings or the resources here for such residents?
That's wonderful. So we have several world language collections. I believe we have about 6 different ones, Hindi, Tamil, Mandarin, and more here at the Acton Memorial Library. And we're actually doing our programming is, we have committed here at the library to ensure that our programming is about 40% DEI, right? Diversity, equity, and inclusion, right? So we have had a henna artist come to one of our libraries, and we did a celebration for Diwali. And right now, as we're recording this, we have plans or have had programs already on Holi, the Indian Festival of Color. So we're having a big event on March 25th, and the whole community is invited. It'll be here at the Acton Memorial Library outside. There'll be food, entertainment, and all the rest. And so those are the kinds of things that we're committed to, making sure that the people, as you said, Acton has changed, and there's a lot of people coming from different countries that live here, and so we would love for them to see that there's something for them here as well.
This is a great segue into when you talk about something there for them. What are some of the programs that exist here, and how can people find out more about them?
Well, we have many programs. We have anything from resume writing to Dungeons and Dragons. We have a huge teen population that comes to the library. They use it every day. I've never seen so many teenagers using the library to actually study. It's wonderful to see. And so we have like after hours teen pizza parties for them as well. So
nice.
Yeah, it's exciting. And we have just all kinds of programming, children's programming, story time, sing-alongs. We recently had a program with one of the new police officers, Stephanie Mixon. She came and did a story time here, and she's coming back. And we have plans for like a Lego league at the West Acton Library. We're just doing so much. I couldn't even fit it in here, but to get that information, we have flyers in the library, but also people can check our website, and it's Acton Memorial Library.org, and people can come and check, or through the Town of Acton's website, there's links to the library here as well. So that's where our information is, or just give us a call. Come in.
Right, because I was actually going to ask, like, if I were interested in being a part of being a resource for the community, and I wanted maybe to start a program with the library, and how can somebody reach out to you? How can that happen?
Just contact me directly. My email is mpalacio@actonma.gov. Contact me directly. We actually have our head of information services. You've probably met her. Her name is Zoe Mills. She was our community engagement librarian until she got promoted here. So now we're looking to fill her position, but that's really her job. But all of us share in that responsibility of going out and forming partnerships and collaborating with community groups to bring more diverse programming into the library.
This is so exciting. And is there anything that we haven't told our community yet about what's happening here that you'd like to know?
Well, we have some events. So as we talked about, I've been here 9 months, and I feel like a lot of people really don't know me or what we're doing. So we are having 3 events, 2 events this month. Meet the Director. And one of
I met her.
Yes. So on March 14th, we'll be at the West Acton Citizens Library, and people will have the opportunity now to submit their questions for me that I can try to answer at that event. And then we'll have another one here at Memorial Library, and then one more at the Council on Aging in April. So just getting myself out there, making sure people know what we're doing and why we're here, and how we can help, and to get suggestions and ideas from them. But I hit the ground running, so I've just been kind of like focused, so now I can breathe a little bit and
No,
get out
absolutely. I have seen a lot of library activity on social media, so you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
And but you mentioned the West Acton Citizen Library and Acton Memorial Library. How many libraries do we have in Acton?
We are so fortunate in Acton. We have 2 libraries in Acton. So, and I think that says a lot about the town and its commitment to services to everybody who lives here and everyone who uses these libraries, because we are also part of a network, the Minuteman Library Network. So both libraries are members. So people who live in other towns can use the library here, and we can go to those other libraries and get books from there too. So it's just really nice to be able to share our resources. And I just think Acton is an amazing place with 2 libraries. It's just great. One like really big one and one cozy, unique one. And so people can, whatever their speed is that day, they can go to either library.
Great.
So
I'm just curious, of course, I don't know whether this even exists anywhere in the country, but is there a possibility for ever having a resource where we book a library, we access the library resources from our homes, book for maybe a movie or a book, and then come in later and just pick it up?
Oh, so like holds like a locker to pick up your there's things. Well, we have these we don't have these yet. So I want to do these pickup lockers, like these holds lockers where people can like save and I want to do it at the train station, right? At the commuter rail station. So people who are commuting that can't maybe get into either library can request what they're looking for, and we can take it to that locker and then give them a code, and with their library card and this code, they can just open up that locker and get it, kind of like an Amazon locker.
Right.
So it's a big thing in libraries, and that's definitely something. I actually talked about that in my interview back in April when I got the job. It's on my board. It's still something that we need to do and that we want to do. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. But that's an idea, and we are committed to doing after hours programming. Yeah. We have meetings that might go on beyond our closing time. We're committed to honoring those reservations and to doing some after hours programming, because who wouldn't want to come to the library when there's nobody else around? So.
Right. No, I'm excited because it's been on my mind, because I think that makes it easy for commuters or people, parents with young children who are really running in between.
They are. It's hard. It's hard. I get it. And so we do try to stay open. Right now we're doing like an experimental winter hours. So we're closing at 8 instead of 9. We did have a lot of traffic coming in between 8 and 9, and we're still really understaffed. So that's like a trial that we're going through right now. But we definitely, and then Saturdays and Sundays are like our busiest days. So we definitely want to be there for all the people of Acton, especially all the families. Yeah.
So, Maria, you have been here 9 months, but a lot is happening. So, what are some of the improvements you're making to this library, and what should we expect in the coming few months?
Well, right now we are knee deep in. We're actually wrapping this up. We did hire a firm with approval from our trustees to rebrand because we didn't have like a real logo for the libraries here. So we hired a local, they're not in Acton, but a company here in Massachusetts to design a new logo that will really reflect the town and elements of both of our libraries. Mm-hmm. So we're almost done with that. So stay tuned for that big reveal. And then that's part of a larger overhaul of marketing, publicity, promotion. That also ties into our website. We're going to overhaul our website next.
Yay!
Yes, because it's really, really clunky. So we're going to refresh that. We're going to overhaul it, rebuild that thing. And then also our public computers, they're at least 7 to maybe 9 years old, which is old in computer world. So we're going to get new ones, and maybe not replace the computers one for one, because with COVID, I think people just brought their own devices, mm-hmm. and so I think they've gotten used to that. But we are going to replace the computers. We had added additional Wi-Fi points to make the Wi-Fi work faster and better for people, for better connectivity. And on top of the computers, we also just rolled out this awesome program where we lend out Chromebooks inside the library.
Oh, that's nice.
So right now it's only available here at Memorial, but patrons come in, they need to be over 18. We check out the Chromebook to them here in the library, mm-hmm. and they can use it, and any information is not stored. It's just completely cleaned afterwards, and the next patron can use it.
And how long can they stay with it at home?
It won't be at home, it'll be here in the library.
So in the library.
In the library, yeah. So they can use that. But for home, and to help people with access to the internet at home, we do have hotspots that we lend out, so people can come and borrow those as well.
I was just about to ask that, because that's amazing to hear.
Yeah.
Because I remember during the pandemic, I used to work at Town Hall, and some people would come looking for Wi-Fi, and the library was closed because of the pandemic.
Yes, I wasn't here for that, but yeah, I can imagine. Yes, and so along with the hotspots, we also have our library of things, which is all kinds of things that people can use at home. We have telescopes. We have things to use at home for cooking that they can test out before they commit to it. So
is that the induction stoves?
Yes, we have all kinds of different tools and gadgets. So just again, that is available on our website, or just come in and we can tell you what we have.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about being in a town with all these resources.
Yes.
And with the director who is such a visionary.
Thank you. I'm very enthusiastic. That's part of my...
Which is great.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah.
It shows in the work that we are seeing out there on social media. So thank you.
I'm glad. Thank you, Vivian. I'm so glad I finally got to be on your show. Thank you.
Of course. This is just the beginning.
Yes, good.
And so in terms of booking rooms, I know that you have rooms available for the public.
Yes.
How is that done, and what do you consider?
So we do have meeting rooms, and we have this conference room that we're using here at the library. So the meeting rooms, to book it, people can go online. Okay. There's an application, and then our office manager will take care of the person from there on. They'll contact them and get more information on the reservation, and then approve it. Okay. And then the meeting room can be used beyond the time that we close, beyond the time that we're open. So if we close at 8 and the meeting goes to 8:30 or 9, that's not an issue. They would let us know in the application. We actually have a gate that closes the main library off from the meeting room. So restrooms will still be accessible, and the meeting room downstairs. The conference room is available when we're here, mm-hmm. And that can be reserved. We also have study rooms. We have 3 study rooms that are super high demand. Those can also be reserved online as well. Yeah.
That's exciting to know. No, I can't express how grateful I am to have a resource like this Acton Memorial Library here. Which reminds me, you have a new sign out there.
My
that
goodness.
Is amazing. It's so beautiful.
Yes, I went to several meetings with the HDC, and I learned a lot about that process, about how we want to kind of maintain the historical elements here in Acton. And so it was, I just learned a lot, and we finally did get a historical sign. And that kind of came from me like coming here, I kind of came one day incognito before I applied, and I drove right past the library because there was no sign. So then somebody else, I think one of our friends, our friends of the Acton Library's president, he also wanted a sign. So we got it going, and here we are.
It is beautiful, and I think it's, when you're talking about access, that's how people get access to.
Yes, so people walking or driving past will see, even though that main entrance is the historic entrance and people can't come in, they still have to go around like Woodbury Lane, but at least they'll know that that gorgeous building is the library and that they're really close. So that's it, yeah. So we're really happy about that too.
We're excited. And is the playground part of the library's management?
The playground is not part of the library. It is part of recreation, but of course we draw a lot of people that come to use the playground. They come over, and so when we have programming outside, well, the kids do flock over to us here too on our lawn. So yeah.
I was glad to make that distinction, because some people think that
they do think it's the library. Yes. So when I started here, I was like, we have a playground, but no, we don't have a playground.
No, thank you so much. Again,
Thank
it's
you.
so exciting to have you here. Is there anything we haven't touched that you'd like to tell our viewers?
No, I think just come and see us. We're open. We're open all of the hours that we've moved on from COVID. Even though we're taking precautions, we're a mask-friendly library. If people want to come in wearing their mask, that's totally fine. And we're working on doing even more in-person programming and still doing some hybrid programming for those who still feel comfortable at home. So the library's fully open and waiting for more folks to come and visit.
Well, again, thank you, Maria, for being a part of our show.
Thanks.
And thanks for the amazing work you're doing at the library.
Thank you so much, Vivian.
And to our viewers, you can reach out to Maria or reach out to the library through the website. Thank you for watching. Till next time.